how many playable characters can you have in your party at one time?
So the amount of playable characters you have in the party really depends upon what part of the story arc you're playing through. So we've taken inspiration in many ways from Peter Jackson's amazing films. And obviously when you have such a large party of dwarves, not to mention the wizards and the hobbits that all come along for the ride, we want to make sure that the availability, the choices that are presented to the player are not daunting, they're not overwhelming, and that we want to make sure that the interface is as smooth and clear to be. So what we decided to do was to divide, in some cases, the parties up. So you'll see throughout Goblin Town that the action switches between different groups of dwarves as you're playing through the game. So for example, you might be running along with Thorin Oakenshield and Bomber at one point, but you see Bifur and Bofur running around in the background, and you'll alternate between these different characters. So this way we keep the ability to provide fresh challenges, different kind of puzzles. So in this respect, we were able to ensure that the player isn't overwhelmed by the various different choices that we're presenting to them. But at the same time, all of the different characters with all their different unique abilities are all presented openly and freely to all the players who enjoy the game.
Who is your favorite character to play as and why?
My favourite character would probably have to be Bomber. He's a dwarf of a certain girth, which I can empathise with. Not only does he use his ladle to great effect, but he can roll himself into this ball of inertia and smash through Lego objects or items and send them spinning all over the place. But you have to watch out for it though, because once he comes out of that, he does get a bit woozy.
Is there multiplayer?
Yeah, we've got, as with all our Lego games, there's multiplayer is inherent within it, so that throughout the games you can drop in and drop out card at any point throughout the game. So whether or not you're in the bowels of Dol Guldur, or whether or not you're scaling the heights of the Misty Mountains, at any time you can drop in and drop out and seamlessly play that game together with your friends and your family sitting next to you on your sofa.
How many players can play at the same time on one screen?
We have two players. Two players at any one time can join in the game. If you're playing a single player experience, there's always an AI buddy that's continuing along with you, and the AI navigates all the jumps for you, so you never have to micromanage them. It's all very simple, it's very easy for young gamers to enjoy. But at any point, by simply hitting the start button, the second player can immediately drop in and continue that adventure along with him.
Who in the original cast is reprising their roles for the game?
Well, as you probably remember from Lego Lord of the Rings, that we've licensed all the theatrical stems from the films, which we think brings a real sense of added drama and excitement to the whole experience. And so naturally, Ian Holm, Ian McKellen, all these amazing, Christopher Lee, who has recorded additional dialogue for us to help explain the stories it carries through. All of these have been reprised, and they deliver their cinematic dialogue with aplomb, but naturally voiced through a Lego minifigure, which adds its own unique charm, which people have come to love and admire over the years.